We were supposed to go and see Chris Brown. We got there was thousands of girls lining up there, like thousands of girls.
She got some lips on her.
And we were supposed to be on the VIP guest list. No black girls allowed.
Literally handpicking these
No
white
black
girls
girls allowed. No black girls allowed.
Good afternoon. I pray that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things without wasting a minute. Today we have Chris Brown on the list. As far as Chris Brown goes, he's been spending a lot of time overseas lately. You know, he recently came out and said he wants to go places where he's actually appreciated instead of scrutinized as he is here in America. And so he's been traveling abroad, really kind of just staking his claim in other nations. Now, recently, a video has surfaced of young women, but not just any population of women, a group of black women. They came out and have stated that Chris Brown he's discriminating against black women. They said that they came to a show of his and Chris Brown basically wouldn't let any black women in. They say Breezy only want the bunnies. That's what has been said. Breezy only want the bunnies. Now, with this, is Chris Brown wrong for this mentality? Now, first off, I take it with a grain of salt, everything that these young women have said, because as they begin to speak, you see the young woman on here, she done took her shoes off. She walking around barefoot in the streets of the United Kingdom. You know what I mean? She walk around looking crazy. Now, honestly, these were some aesthetically pleasing black women. Like, they not ugly. I can't put that on them at all. The women who's jumping in front of this camera, they are not ugly, you know, and they look like they got some bodies on them and this, that, and the third. But it breaks down to the attitude of the women that are coming, and especially once you get into a position of a Chris Brown and you've been through the things that a Chris Brown has been through. I'm sure Chris Brown just want nice, feminine women around, and typically, it's sad to say, but the attitude or the spirit of a fire starter, of one who's ready to cause controversy, that's typically possessed by a lot of my women, a lot of black women, so to speak. Well, let me not disrespect women like that. A lot of black females possess this trait to where they want to come in, they want to start shit, they want to act like they all that. They don't know how to respect boundaries, they don't know how to respect individuals and be happy that they're in the midst of a star. And so I'm not sure if security picked up on this or whatever may have you, or if it was given, or if instructions was given directly from Chris Brown to only allow white women into this particular event. I highly doubt that. Chris Brown comes from, he's always dealt with melanated women, even though, you know, Karrueche, Rihanna, this, that, and the third. I've never seen Chris Brown with a white woman. And so I highly doubt that. I think it was more so had to do with this group of women here. Chris Brown doesn't strike me as a racist at all, especially not wanting to discriminate against his own women. But, you know, that's my take on it. But, of course, let's go ahead and get into this particular video. Let me let you hear what these ladies had to say.
Guys, I had to end up vlogging tonight, innit? Because basically we were supposed to go and see Chris Brown. Hey, my leg. We were supposed to go and see Chris Brown. We got there was thousands of girls lining up there, like thousands of girls.
She got some lips on her.
And we were supposed to be on the VIP guest list. I'll give you guys a don't go to fucking what's it called? Proud whatever.
They forgot to tell.
And the accents, good night.
No black girls allowed.
They're literally handpicking these
no
white girls.
Black girls allowed. No black girls allowed. What do you guys have to say?
London, you are shagging my life. Yeah? Shag.
Chris Brown, what happened to Chris Brown, man?
Oh my God, that's very Chris Brown. He's always black. It's Chris Black. What do you mean?
If you don't laugh, you will cry.
You cry.
It's never Chris Brown, it's Chris Brown.
Nah.
All the money
guys,
that Chris Brown has made in this
ratchet.
They only buy me new jacket, new dress. You pay for all my Uber that I don't take back and forth.
Guys, they're only letting white things.
Your body speaks.
I'm not racist, innit? I'm not racist, but
Your body lie
speaks to me.
Ratchet.
Guys, now we're going to Libertine. We don't know if we're gonna be getting in or not. My shoe gave up on me.
She got some titties too. God dang.
But this night is a night. This night is, I don't know, it's a night.
Hey, shout out to them little ratchet women, man. You know, I know I'm out here looking classy, dressed up like I'm referee Mills Lane or something like that, you know. But yeah, I still got a little thing for them ratchet women, even though I wasn't raised like that. But god dang, look at these lips on her. You know what I mean? Let me get back to the topic or the task at hand, man. As far as with Chris Brown, you know, obviously he has a plethora of women to choose from, especially at these events that he's hosting and that he's the star of. Just by looking at these women, man, I probably wouldn't, if I was on that Chris Brown type of tip and I had hundreds of thousands of women trying to get into my establishment, and it was only a certain amount that could get in, they probably wouldn't make the cut either, you know. You can already tell that they ratchet, you know what I mean, how they walking down the streets of London, Britain, wherever they at, man, barefoot, you know, call themselves vlogging, singing songs all in the middle of the street, you know, even though the accents was sounding sexy to an American man like myself, you dig? Let me say that. Them accents was sounding sexy. They probably wasn't even in the 10% of the baddest women that was available to Chris Brown at that particular point. I think these allegations are more than likely false. You know, they look like they done had a little bit to drink on here, you dig? It look like they just, you know, they probably just didn't make the cut as far as getting in, and they tried to, you know, jump on, and, you know, everyone's goal is to go viral, you know, and when speaking on one Chris Brown, they accomplished that, you know, and so even though they didn't get in, they definitely made it to where we are talking about them on today and discussing whether Chris Brown is a racist or not. And that's my take on it. Again, I don't think Chris Brown is a racist at all. I think these young women just didn't cut the mustard. They didn't get in, and so like a lot of bitter women, they trying to just speak on and slander a young man's name. I don't think that's the case with Chris Brown at all. But shout out to these ladies though. Like I said, you know, they look like they some fixer-uppers, as I like to say. You feel me? They look like they got a little potential. You feel me? The right man come along, he can go ahead fix them up a little bit, go ahead give them some class about themselves, and you might be able to get some solid production out these young ladies, you dig? But that's my take on it. Just shout out to everybody under the sound of my voice. Definitely until the next time, certainly be blessed.